Alright, so this is the video on how to copy your character from WoW Classic to the PTR with all your buffs, settings, consumables, macros, everything. Alright, so first thing you need to do is go to the internets and go to CurseForge and get this add-on called MySlot. What this is going to do is copy all your key bindings, macros, action bar layouts, everything you need. Alright, once you have that, go to your retail or your classic character and open up MySlot. And then you're going to want to export your settings. So all you have to do is hit export. It's going to create this text for you. And once you've shift and left clicked and copied everything, you can just hit Control C, copy. Go to your desktop, make a notepad, paste it here. So I'm going to make another one here. Okay, once you got that saved, you are good to log out your character. And then you go to your Blizzard launcher and select PTR Classic. I already have it opened up on this other frame. And then now you have to just create new character via copy character button. And it's going to bring up a list of your characters. So I can copy my mage here. Just say copy, hit OK. And now you have a copy of your character. So before you do loading into the game with this character, there's one more thing you need to do. Two more things actually. And that is copy your folders. So you want to go to wherever you have WoW located at. For me, C, Program Files, World of Warcraft, Classic, and you want to copy your interface folder and your WTF folder into the PTR. So copy interface, go to Classic PTR, and you can just paste it right here. It's going to replace the file that already exists. It's fine. It's going to take a little bit. Okay, once that's copied, you want to go back to Classic and you want to copy your WTF folder. So once that's copied, go back to Classic PTR and paste this in here as well. Okay, with your interface and WTF folders copied to the PTR, now all you have to do is log into the PTR. So go back to the launcher, select the PTR, load it. Turn off any add-ons you don't want on, and you should be good to go. You load into the world. Your character should be right wherever you left them. In this case, we want all your characters underneath Nax, but we'll worry about that in a second. So skip the LVI thing because you're going to load into your profile here in a second. Alright, so now that you're in here, you want to do the My Slot thing. So once you've opened up this, you want to go back to your text document. Copy that, go into the game, hit import, paste it. Save it, say okay, yes to import. So your slots are stored, but you still have to load your LVI profile. So whatever profile you've been using, in this case, I believe I have this one for my mage. So everything's the same except for the UI scale is a little too big. That should be fine. Alright, and then all you have to do is scale it. And then reload your UI will fix your macros. And then spend a couple minutes going through your bars, making sure everything's the same. So for me, I'm going to check my macros, make sure that all of them copied over, which they look like they did. Generals and my character-specific macros all copied over. Looks like the bars are a little different. It's probably because the profile that I saved is not the same one. So then you just have to go back into LUI and find your correct profile. Still doesn't look like the right bar down here. So I recommend going to your, before you even copy your character, going to your LVI and find out what your current profile that you're using for your character is. This looks really close, except for the bottom bar is not the same, and neither is this one. So you might have to mess around with your bars a little bit, but that's pretty much how you do everything. As you see, the macro that I'm hitting now is a buff add-on cast sequence macro, so all of that copied over. All your consumes will be the same, and basically what you want to do is, before you make a copy and do all this, since the beginning of the video, you want to get your character fully buffed and summoned underneath Nax, so that when we do the PTR, we don't have to do any summons on the PTR to get underneath Nax before we start our run. And then, so this character would be basically done. The only other thing that I recommend doing is item rack. So your item rack settings, for whatever reason, don't copy over to the PTR. So you'll have to make like a new set. So go ahead and make your new set here on the PTR. You don't need full buffs for the PTR. So if you spend 20 minutes setting up your new item rack and making sure you got the right LVY, then you're going to be good to go. So yeah. Mage 1, save it, keybind it. Don't use F6, I found out the hard way, because F6 is the default for the bug report button. So if you previously used F6 for any of your hotkeys or your item rack sets, it's not going to work. Alright, so say this character's done and fully buffed, and I got it under Nax. Then the only thing left you have to do is make another copy of the character. So I'm just going to make a bunch of pyrotechnics. So you would just make another character, another copy, and now you have a second one. So what we're going to do for the PTR, if you guys haven't PTR before, is we're going to play the first character that you named, like Rosita or Pyrotechnic, and then when we don't need it anymore, we're going to delete them. And then now when you enter world with this new character, it's going to have you do a name change. So if you name it the same, all your settings that you made and all your item racks are all going to be the same. So whenever you load into a new character, just make sure to delete your other one and make your new character the same name. And when you enter world, hopefully the settings look the same. The only thing you'll have to do each time is the my slot. So action bar looks the same, everything else looks the same. The only thing you have to do is fix your key bindings. So you just do the my slot thing again. Import. And now everything else is back to being the same. So hopefully this video helps, and yeah, that's it.